Run it back, y'all. Shout out to FightHype. Brian Bomac McIntyre. Let's see what he said. I want you guys to hear this.
Like, want to talk about when I say, oh, we on different sides of the streets and things like that. It's true. Like, me and Terence probably on different sides of the streets. He's just signed with ESPN. I don't fight for ESPN. I fight for Showtime and Fox. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm on the street. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, if Bo had said, oh, I guarantee EJ living paycheck to paycheck. I'm definitely not living paycheck to paycheck. I guarantee you, we check. I text the course at the end of the year, I guarantee I make more than him. He got 3 coaches. We don't know who the head coach is. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm way better fighter than Terence Crawford. Who has the fault? The only man fighting York is getting more the guy that he fought. I fought with Ron Peterson, Chris Algieri, Kell Brooks. I mean, and how many fights got 30-some fights? Like I said, he's a great fighter, things like that, but you can't put him to me. Like the guy he just fought for the undisputed lightweight champion of the world, Reese Bergeri stopped him later than he did. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta add it all into the conclusion to who you said the top was. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff is smoke and mirrors. That's what Bob Arum do. Bob Arum do a lot of smoke and mirrors. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors with him, and that's how it is with Terence Crawford. If you name one guy, name that guy he fought. That's the top guy.
Anybody better than Chris Algieri?
Name the top guy he fought. That's better than Chris Algieri. Nah, that's better than Chris Algieri. Name one guy. So you think I think Chris Algieri beat 50 years.
Chris Algieri beat the Russian.
He beat the Russian kid. Adama he got knocked out by Reese Bergeri. Later than he did Terence Crawford. So name somebody else.
Alright, shout out to FightHype on that. Now, I don't agree with everything that Errol Spence said. Let me just make it abundantly clear. There's some stuff that I don't agree with. Like, for instance, name a fighter that's better than Chris Algieri. They plenty. Right? He had at least three fighters. Ray Beltran. He wasn't a better boxer, but he was on Chris Algieri's level. You obviously had Ricky Burns. Ricky Burns won the lightweight. He was a lightweight champion and a super lightweight champion. Right? So you gotta factor those guys in. Besides Yorkers Gamboa, right? But he does make a point that I was always saying, and I didn't realize this video was there. FightHype brought it out, so I shout out to FightHype on that. Where he's saying that this dude being overhyped. And it's Bob Arum doing that, right? And y'all punking Errol Spence, you know how hard that fight is to make. So it's got to make money, because if you got 2 networks running, ESPN or Showtime running this shit, ESPN or Fox, it got to be a pay-per-view, because Errol Spence is a pay-per-view guy now. They put Terence Crawford on pay-per-view. His pay-per-view ain't launching. So what Errol Spence is basically saying is, man, this thing got to make money sense to happen. We can't be having this great fight and I ain't making no money. He ain't making no money. The promoter, Bob Arum, ain't making no money. It got to make money, you know? So that's what Errol was trying to say. And he was explaining the smoke and mirrors, which a lot of you guys buy into the fucking hype. It's Bob Arum that started this hype about Errol Spence, okay? It's Bob Arum started this shit. And all y'all picking sides, and y'all still don't understand the facts of the matter. And I'm so surprised. Like, y'all picking, you know, like somebody jumping on Errol Spence side or somebody. And I'm like, man, you guys really are stupid. Like, you know, I was watching 68 Scrapbook. 68 going in on Errol. You know what I'm saying? And he's talking about how Errol, the associations Errol had. Listen, man, 68. Errol had them associations since he was a kid. All right? You don't know what this man grew up with. You don't know this man's lifestyle. You don't. All right? The whole fact that Errol, even in boxing, should tell you something. It's not an Errol that's come from a bad family or anything. It's just that Errol associated himself with certain people. He's been doing it all his life. You watch any film, you see Errol punching a guy. He's street fighting, and he's punching a guy in his stomach. A 200-plus pound guy, right? 300-plus pound guy in his stomach. Errol be street. Errol has a little bit of street. He's not street in the sense of dangerous street. They still trying to be constructive, like that street fight that was going on. I mean, them two guys, obviously they don't have the technique, but the point is, they're having a good time. They got the guy street fighting, and instead of gang banging and all this kinds of shit that people get involved with, which is negative. So you can't look at Errol and be like, and then he got the Southern accent drawl. That's just what it is. He's got a Southern accent drawl. That's what he do. That's how they talk. It's nothing wrong with that. You can't judge somebody on a Southern accent drawl. That's not where their intellect is. So I can't believe the detachment that 68 has. This guy's supposed to be smart, and I can't believe it. I think you just turned off a certain side of your brain because you don't like Errol, because you feel he's overhyped, which he is. Duh. All right. When he was talking about man down, I talked an extensive video on this with Keith Thurman, with Errol, with Gennady Golovkin, all these so-called monster guys, all these so-called bad boys. But guess what? You can't apply that only to Errol, and you're not doing it to Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is being match made. Okay? And another point I want to add to on this video is Terence Crawford got rid of a beaten down, beat ass Amir Khan, right? Danny Garcia got rid of Amir Khan faster than that. Okay? Which means either Danny Garcia got more power than Terence Crawford, or Danny Garcia is a better boxer than Terence Crawford. Whichever one you want to look at it. Styles make fights, of course. Ndungu, the dude that Terence Crawford dusted. Regis Prograis dusted him even faster. That's what Errol's making his point. He's saying this dude looked like he the greatest thing since sliced bread, but honestly speaking, it's the matchmaking that's making him look that good, right? Terence Crawford was in one of the weakest super lightweight divisions, because these guys up and coming, the champions not even staying champions for very long. Not a knock on those guys. They still made it to the top tier level, but don't make it like Terence Crawford, the competition that he now has at welterweight, like he can just run through them. He's not doing that. That shit ain't going to happen. Okay? He going to have a competitive fight with Danny Garcia. Them two is of the same weight class. Okay? He going to have a hard time with Sean Porter. A very hard time with Sean Porter, because Sean Porter is the bigger dude by miles again with Terence Crawford. Sean Porter only has difficulty with guys who are actually big welterweights. And Terence Crawford's not that. Okay? So he will have a tough time with Sean Porter. And Sean Porter, at this point in time, if he would have faced Terence Crawford, would beat him. He would have a difficult time with Keith Thurman. It would be an exciting fight. He would try and land some body shots on Keith Thurman because he's vulnerable to the body. Keith Thurman's unpredictable. Terence Crawford is not that fast. People make it sound like Terence Crawford is fast because he faced Amir Khan and was able to hang with him, but he's not that fast. Okay? He's not. Okay? They make him out to be this genius and virtuoso, this guy that is really smart. Look, man, he's smart. He fights smart. But he's not what you think he is. You're overhyping the guy in every single area, right? He's now pound for pound number one in the world. Buddy McGirt certified him. A number of other people just blankly certified this dude, okay? He came up rough, don't get me wrong. Just like to Timothy Bradley, he crossed the seas and he fought Ricky Burns. Timothy Bradley crossed the seas and he faced the switch hitter. I forgot what his name is right now. Okay? But don't get it twisted, man. Don't get it twisted. You guys making it out like Terence Crawford fought Sean Porter, or he fought Kell Brook, or he fought Keith Thurman, or he fought Manny Pacquiao. He fought these guys are a whole other level ahead of anything Terence Crawford's ever faced in his career. Gamboa doesn't stack up to these dudes. He doesn't. And that's the best win Terence Crawford got in his whole entire fucking career. Yuriorkis Gamboa. Right? Who got dusted by a no-namer at lightweight. Okay? So, I mean, if you really think that, this guy is all that you think he is, and you just drinking the hype juice that Bob Arum feeds you, well, fine. But he has been avoiding fighters, okay? He's not taking a fight with Kell Brook. Why? Because Kell Brook is a bona fide welterweight. He a real thing, and he really can box. He ain't trying to have a fight with Kell Brook. He gonna have a fight with Kavaliauskas. Edgidas Kavaliauskas. Go watch Kavaliauskas fight with Ray Robinson. Go watch it. See how good Kavaliauskas is. He looked good when he fighting bums. But that motherfucker is... Anyway, go watch it. Then go watch Sergio Lipinas versus Lamont Peterson. Tell me why this man ain't asking for a fight with Sergey Lipinets. Why he's enforcing his mandatory? They so interested in the mandatory. Why? Because Edgidas Gavaliauskas is a top-ranked fighter. And the last fight he just had, which was supposed to put him in a position to make him look good against Terence Crawford, listen to the ESPN broadcast. Listen to what they had to say about that. I saw this dude. He's nothing great at all. There's nothing to make. Terence Crawford should have a very easy time with this dude. Very easy time. Very easy time. He not even B level. He's not even B level. Okay? Ray Robinson. You guys may know who this fighter is. He also faced Just Taylor. I'm just gonna say this. The fight ended up being a draw with both Taylor and with Kavaliauskas. And from my eyes, it looked like Ray Robinson beat both of them. But he wasn't the guy that they wanted to promote, so they gave it a draw. I'm just saying. That's the same Ray Robinson that got... In fact, he was coming off a knockout loss to Dennis Ugas. Dennis Ugas just knocked him to spark out. He'd never been knocked out before. He got knocked to spark out by Dennis Ugas. Now, he's a tough Philly fighter, Ray Robinson. For those of you who don't know his whole story, he came up tough and everything, and he's overcome a lot. But my point is, Cavalli has to struggle with that dude. Okay? And Josh Taylor, too. Both overhyped fighters. Okay? And all I'm saying is, that's who Terence Crawford's going to face next. He's going to get a sensational knockout, and that's about it. Okay? So, instead of facing a Sergey Lipinets, instead of facing a Kell Brook, Kell Brook's done and over. Well, at least face Kell Brook. He's at least a name. Kavaliauskas is in no way in the class of a Kell Brook. In fact, you went from American to worse than American. And the dude again got a name. But he's with Top Rank, so Bob Arum going to do in-house. And then y'all guys talk about PBC fighters fighting in-house. They don't want to give Terence Crawford a fight. At least they fighting somebody. At least Danny Garcia's fighting somebody. At least Keith Thurman's fighting somebody. Who the fuck is Terence Crawford facing? Kavaliauskas. He can face better. But y'all buy into the Bob Arum bullshit. Fuck Bob Arum. Fuck him. Fuck Bob Arum. I say it over and over again. All he gives you is substandard product. And all you motherfuckers do is keep on looking on the other side and trying to criticize the other side. Fuck Bob Arum. Fuck him. Fuck Bob Arum. Fuck him. He full of shit. And his tactics are always nasty and dirty. Fuck him. Fuck Bob Arum. So 68 Scrapbook, when you say these kinds of things and I listen to your video, I listen to your entire video. And you all angry and hatred, you have all this anger and hate towards Errol Spence. Of course he's overhyped. We all know this. You just took on Bob Arum. You just took on Bob Arum. Bob Arum wanted you to do that. You picked sides. Then you jumped on the Terence Crawford bandwagon. Terence Crawford, who's more overhyped at welterweight than Errol Spence. Errol Spence at least did something at welterweight. He actually fought names. And for the entire Terence Crawford's career, as much as he's gone through all those weight classes, the names that he really beat that worth the while mentioning are Ray Beltran, who broke Ricky Burns' jaw. Ricky Burns, who's a real champion. And Yorkers Gamble. To his whole entire fucking career. American's a name, but American ain't nothing now. He a joke now. You know what I'm saying? At least he got American on his resume at welterweight. But he's a joke. You know what I'm saying? So that's it for his entire fucking career. He got some good fighters like Felix Diaz and I forgot what the other kid's name is. I always forget his name. And Victor Postol. Victor Postol is a good fighter. Postol's a good fighter. He ain't got no power, but he's a good fighter. Felix Diaz, you know, and the other guy, what his name is. They're good fighters. But for his entire fucking career, this dude ain't been fighting people, man. I'm not saying he's ducking people. I'm not saying the fighters he's fighting is like GGG status. It's not like that. But I'm just saying, you guys call him pound for pound number one. Y'all anoint this guy with pound for pound number. Terence Crawford pound for pound number one. Yeah, he got skills. He can switch hit. He thinks when he goes in there. He's a smart fighter. But let's not get it twisted, man. Let's not get it twisted. Bob Arum's the one that made you guys believe that all the other top welterweights are nothing. That's why y'all believe that Sean Porter, he was nothing, man. Errol just walked through him. That shit was never gonna happen. Now he might face Danny Garcia. Y'all putting down Danny Garcia. Yes, Errol will tattoo his ass up in the 11th and 12th round. But Danny Garcia is no chump, man. He ain't no fucking chump. Okay? Y'all need to understand, man. Y'all need to understand when people are giving propaganda and y'all just buy into the fucking propaganda. You need to watch with your own two eyes and see what's going on. How can a guy who's facing bums and duds over and over again be the one that everybody's fearing? How can that possibly be? Terence Crawford's talking about how these guys not facing him, how they're facing each other, and you know, but they're facing better competition. What are you doing? What are you doing to make your stock rise up? What are you doing, Terence Crawford, to make me look forward to a Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence fight and not make me think that Errol Spence is going to tattoo up your ass? You're not facing nobody to make me convinced. Maybe the Kool-Aid drinkers, you convince them, but you ain't convincing me. And by the way, I have no problem with Errol Spence facing Terence Crawford anytime they want to have that fight. Right? It may not make money like people think, but anytime. Because I know what will happen. Because I know Bob Arum protecting his fighter and trying to get him stronger so he's ready to face those guys. I know what's going on. Y'all believe too much shit, man. Yeah, Errol, I had Sean Porter beating Errol, okay? Errol went life and death with Sean Porter. No doubt about that. But don't get it twisted. Sean Porter is a totally different beast to Terence Crawford. Totally different beast. And that's where y'all slipping up. And y'all think Terence Crawford gonna just eat Errol. Well, no, that ain't gonna ever happen. Ever. And it's not a 50-50 fight. You will learn that in time. I just hope they fight. I hope they fight. I really do. I hope it's the next fight. I don't care. I don't care if it don't make money. I hope they fight. So you could see what I see. Because it's boxing. This is not political agendas. This is not who I like as a fighter. This is fucking boxing. And the truth always comes out in that fucking square circle. Keep it boxing. But y'all can't do that. On that note, you guys have a great one.